Look at the size of these blackberries. You know, it's crazy, but when these girls first came, they did not know how to be chickens. They didn't know how to scratch in the dirt and forage for their own food. But look at them now digging after that corn. And somebody behind me is proudly proclaiming the egg they just laid. Okay guys, apparently I misjudged these little velociraptors and the long reach of their scrawny necks, because they're eating my tomato plants up pretty badly. So, I have cut some additional wire. Now I'm going to add to the size of these cages so I can actually set them down on the ground around the tires and expand that larger where they can't get to it. Because those tomato plants are already putting on blossoms, and I would rather have tomatoes than picked clean tomato plants. Weeding this tire, which I haven't done well since I planted it. And look at there. They're already over here. Chickens chasing each other out there. They're already over here turning it into compost. All right. Now the cages are sitting all the way out around the tire on the ground, so those chickens can't get to my veggies. Still remains to be seen how successful this experiment is going to be. Those beans are coming up nicely. Same thing over here. But in this tire, I only have one cucumber coming up, and I think that's grass rather than corn. I may not have had any corn actually come up in this tire, so I'm not sure. But tomatoes are looking good. Should have buried them way deeper. Those long spindly stalks, I could have buried every bit of that and left just the tip of the tomato plant sticking up. They probably would have done far better, but they've darkened up. They were really pale if you remember when I first planted them, lack of nitrogen, but they have pulled that nitrogen up. Their leaves are nice and dark, and they are putting on blossoms. Look at there. Them girls are already turning those weeds into compost. And y'all check this out again. Look how loaded this blackberry bush is. And the size of those blackberries are just yummy. The lettuce seeds are coming along nicely. First time ever for me trying to harvest lettuce seeds, so we'll see how it goes. Also have some radish seeds coming in. And look at there, they are pushing up through the mulch just beautifully. Beans, look at the beans still attached to the stalk there. Oh, squash is coming up too. Nice. This is going to be yellow crookneck. And right over here is butternut. These were really small. The seeds were basically just sprouting. I just couldn't keep them moist in the little cardboard boxes that I was sprouting them in because the cardboard was just sucking the moisture right out. But that's okay. It'll be coming up soon. It's time to weed the, well, that was in there good. Time to weed the watermelon and mulch it like I did the one down there on that end 3 days ago. I've gotten big enough now to where I don't have to worry about hurting the root systems too much by weeding it. And I can pack the mulch around them easily because of how tall they are. So once I've mulched them, I shouldn't have to weed them for the rest of the year. It should be done. Just keep an eye on them and see if they need fertilized or whether there's enough nutrients in this mulch to get them through the year. Well, weeding is complete. Now I just have to put the mulch on it like that. There you go, girls. Dig in. Alrighty, mulching complete. This should take care of these watermelon for the rest of the year. Shouldn't have to do any more weeding and very little watering because that mulch holds in the moisture really well. Well, it's time to try to get this fence finished. I've got it run all the way across there over to the barn, big gate post. Here I gotta finish that brace and one here. I'm gonna run all the way down here, and I lack 3 posts at the bottom of having it finished to the point where I'm ready to put the barbed wire up. This is gonna be temporary. My goal is to put 4 boards on the outside of that. I just like the look of a board fence. Look at all this nice deep grass. Cheeseburger would love to get out here, but she just won't stay here without a fence. So we'll try to get it finished up today for her. Break time, doggo. Yeah. Cup of iced tea. Sitting out here in the shade. It's at least 80 degrees out there. Just got through putting all those posts in by hand. All the way down through there. Running the barbed wire back up now. I've got one complete run all the way from the chicken barn over to here and all the way down, and I've made it about halfway back up. And decided to stop and take a break. That's my favorite youngest son. He just made that handy dandy little whirly tool to make this faster and easier to do. So now I gotta catch up with him. Here's how this thing actually works. It's just a simple handle with a bolt welded onto it so that it can spin. And you hook it in, just like that. Pick it up and it spins. So simple and easy. You can buy that for about 20 bucks, or you can make it for a few cents if you have a welder. So fast and smooth and easy, and it's small and lightweight, easy to make. All right, new corral finished, sort of. Just put 3 strands of barbed wire up because I'm going to do boards on the outside. I'm thinking 4 runs of board, but I'm not sure. 3 may look good. Cedar posts. Those are black locust braces. All the rest of them are cedar posts, except for a couple of old creosote ones down there at the bottom. But got the last half of this fence dug in today. Man, I have been sweating up a storm. But check it out. Cheeseburger is loving the grass. She just now figured out the gate was open. Came in here. What about Cheeseburger? You like your grass, huh? Yeah? That's a start though. We got a long ways to go. Lots more fences to build. Check out the gooseberries. Ah, so delicious. Check out Oma's good helper. Doing dishes. This is a redneck fence. It's all his idea. Actually, he didn't like it, but it works. So this is how you make a fence when you don't have the time or the money to go buy a real fence and you really want to build a nice westerny looking board fence. So make a loop out of wire down there, loop out of wire up top, and that's how you open it. Simple as that. And it keeps the critters in.